What's the difference between an expositional sermon and a topical sermon? Well, an expositional sermon or an exegetical sermon is typically a sermon that goes to take a passage of scripture within its literary unit. So one section, in a lot of printed Bibles, the sections are kind of already divided up for you. So, for example, like the parables of Jesus, they're usually in one section or with one chapter heading. Or another example would be you take a letter of the Apostle Paul and Ephesians chapter 1, the first section, I think up until verse 13, 14, would be to the praises of the glory of God and the blessings from above, something like that. And so they would section it out for you, and then you would study the passages within its context and verse by verse and unpack the logic of the parable or the story or the letter. So that's an expositional sermon, and often it's delivered in a way that's verse by verse, particularly easier to do when it's like a letter of Paul, for example, because those are more like logical arguments or almost like an essay format, a thesis format. A topical sermon is where you take a topic that is covered by scripture and different passages in scripture, and you're drawing the ideas from different passages, and you're putting the ideas together in a way that is logical, in a way that is relevant to the audience or the congregation today. So that's the difference between an expositional sermon and a topical sermon. So